and straightforward. All right, guys, it's happening. There we go. It's time for Happy vs 120, and we get the camera of 120. He's back. Playing with his feet up, apparently. Not at the keyboard currently. All right. What a position. What a difference. The one guy almost relaxed and happy. He's working with his entire body. He's not playing Warcraft 3. This man is working Warcraft 3. So Happy in the blue, upper right hand side, 120. Looks like he's looking at the pictures of his last vacation on the bottom left hand side. Rocking a deep V-neck. And the colorful yawn. Yeah, he's very invested. If that's his way of playing Warcraft 3 and it works for him, there we go. DK opening. Ted Fiend opening. This is what they played in their previous series, and this is what worked for them. So this will be a slower opening than the ones against Labyrinth from Happy. A lot about creeping early, get everything together, work on the tech. It's a lot about nuances. Creep routes, last hits, items. It's not the flashiest of matchups when both play like this, but the late game 100 times makes up for it. Plus, there's the chance of a Naga second for more pressure. Naga burst damage has always, or recently, been the way for 120 to play this. No disable in terms of silence, no black arrow creeping, just straight up AoE damage. So far, everything is pretty similar. I think the creep pull works a lot better for 120. And Happy threatened one of his famous Acolyte last hits again. Doesn't work. Not against 120. It was close. There is a difference though. Is a creep left or was it pulled? Ah, okay, it was pulled. So actually 120 is quite far behind. But he's able to make up for it now. Got a skull. For creeping, I guess. Happy's a little faster. Ring and mantle for him. Claws for 120. That is important. Every item is important between these two guys. That can make a difference. You can see Happy already. His entire body is shaking. His entire upper body is working this game. Lots of movement, always. For 120, it's kind of hard to say if it's a picture or a webcam feed. Interesting to see. Interesting also to see this creep route by 120. Going orange, green, natural. It's been said many, many times and repeated many, many times that Happy has the micro and 120 has the strategies. I don't agree with that. I think they both have everything. Crystal Ball, a little unfortunate. Tsuyogu, thank you for the 17-month resub. And Dagog, thank you for gifting a sub. So that way, with the natural gone, that's faster level 3 for 120, just a tiny little bit. Was hoping for another item, but exchanges it now for a circlet. And Happy is in the middle for the red spot. He can't creep this, I think. He's trying to. Okay, the big battle for the ogres. This has gone wrong for both of the players many times. Seems like Happy is on point so far. But how much damage will there be on the fiends? Happy gets it. Item as well. Hood of Cunning. Nice little damage boost. 1-0 just a tiny bit too late. Is a fiend falling on top of it? No, not really. But it's not a disaster. Nobody's investing too much into it. And the liches come out. No Naga. Very straight up. So, what's the next decision? Is it the first big battle? Claws exchanged. Hood exchanged. Happy's lich a little more damage now. In the meantime, oh, skeleton harass, not a bad idea. Trying to exchange some coils, trying to drain some Nova. Every spell that's used on its own units or on creeps cannot be used in a fight. Or to steal creeps away. Patient play now. Who's more trigger happy? 1-0, perfect calculation, but has no coil currently. And the fiend is under pressure, needs a coil really quickly, gets it, safe, nicely done. And the first micro exchange goes to 1-0. But on cost of a lot of HP on heroes. No upgrades yet on either side. Yeah, Happy wants 1-0 away. There's no town portal. He's realizing this and there's more mana to work with, more Nova to work with. So yeah, the item towards 1-0, but the fight to Happy. The dance is on. Seems like there's no high ground advantage at the moment. Statues are coming in at exactly the same time. Isn't it fascinating? There's so many decisions you have to do in 8 minutes in a game. And they all lead up to the same spot. Happy. There's still room for improvement. I'd say he can get 5 centimeters closer to the camera. And here's the Dark Ranger on 1-0 side with that positioning. Happy is kind of denied that Dark Ranger. He can't go for silence right now. Is pushed into his own base. Ooh, risky lab. Dude, 1-0. This is super risky. No TP. Going for the rock golem. Gets the item, takes it away, saves the fiend, but for how much longer? The concave for Happy is insane and almost perfect. He was hoping for a big item. It's only a heal potion. Lich under fire, DK under fire, creep still helping. Needs to retreat now. But was it worth it to go for that potion for a fiend? Not sure. Seems like Happy is pulling ahead. But that rock golem was a lot of XP, and that's the Lich advantage. Dark Ranger on the field now for Black Arrow with Happy. For Happy. And mind you, no TP on either side. Trying to soak up more experience. Level lead Lich now. But the coil a little bit too late. This one is ready. Oh man. I do feel that Happy is a little more confident. But it might just be down to the Lich eventually. And there the advantage lies with 1-0. I'd really love to know why he moved away from the Naga. Maybe the Fiend loss in the middle made it so. Happy's army seems a little bit healthier. Destroyers upgrades are finished. Attack upgrades are starting to come in as well. Crazy exchanges for a long time. Happy can't go for a coil right now. Oh my god, can he just click it down? No way, the statue is enough. Here we go, Nova, lights out. Only a level 1 Lich though, but this should make it that Happy can't fight anymore. Ensnare coming in. Huge moment for 1-2-0 in this game. Gigantic. There was an Invo potion on the Lich and Happy decided not to go for it. Rare to see. Maybe he bites himself that he didn't go for silence. And the level lead on the Lich now. 80%. Plus, there's Black Arrow for the Dark Ranger. And the Lich is being revived at the altar, I think. Yeah, has to walk all the way here. Wonky position with rock golems involved. There can always be a toss. There we go. Lich again with frost armor. Oh, the coil just a tiny bit too late, but 1-0. Diving for the statues. Rare to see, especially the DK so far forward. Coil timing is getting better. This exchange to the nails. Who gets the golem? Who gets the big item? Item is almost more important. And 1-0 gets both. This is not looking good. Lich is catching fire again. Extinguished by a coil. Counter focus now. Lich has the potion. Uses it. Happy is down a defense upgrade. And again we're going for the Lich. Was that the last coil? For a bit at least. Tons more HP regen on 1-0 with the statues. Wonder what led to this. Lich is diving. Another kill. Denies level 2 and gets level 3. How does he accomplish this? I mean, it's kind of snowballing now, but still. Finally level 2. I feel like he almost has to go for Dark Ritual, but no, Frost Armor it is. Happy misses the coil there. Fiend dies, but Lich exposed. There's no consumables on 1-0's side. DK is also pretty hurt. Is Happy finding the one way back via hero kill? Not really. Oh, decides to go for the Fiend, not for the Lich to heal him. There's mana in a bit. But 1-0 is about to lose 2 Fiends here. Pushing into upkeep, both are. And level 4. Ooh, this is so risky. Is 1-0 overcommitting here? Happy with the Invul Potion, might get another. Huh? Not sure what he got from the shop, if he ever got something from the shop. While it was very impressive how 1-0 made it to level 3 so fast, it's really impressive how Happy is playing against a level 2 Nova. Peak Warcraft, level 2 attack rate. Oh my god, the upgrades! 3-1 versus 2-0. HP regen across the board, better for 1-0, no web. As we have some mana again, the massive Nova hits so hard. Silence on the Lich to prevent a counter Nova. Focus Fire is on the DK, still so fragile. Kills 2 Fiends right away, one as a counter. Pretty dry heroes now for both players. They have to decide where's the last coil gonna end up on. DR killed. Okay, Happy. That was the opening you wanted. That was the opening you need. But Lich, counterfire. Can't prevent that coil anymore, of course. And now there's no more mana and the retreat is on 1-2-0. Uh-oh, that Lich! Whew, another coil save. Can 1-2-0 retreat into the base and get items? Prevents the Lich chase and Happy's not diving too deep. Exactly the match that we wanted. Exactly the match we expected. Dark Ranger kill is huge. But Happy lost 4 fiends in the process. The coil timings of 1-0 are getting better and better. My god, what a fight. What a beautiful, beautiful fight. Focus fire is shifting ever so often. And Happy is deep in the supplies. Deep in no upkeep. Aiming for the DK, but there's a little passage! 20 HP! Run for the shop! Run for the potion! One more hit and he's dead! But Unholy Aura, Lich also about to fall there. Mana potion, heal potion. This gotta be it! That's safe though! My god, Lich is safe! Can pass the mana potion if he wants to. Lich dies for the second time. GG. And 1-2-0 does it again. Yeah, cheeky smile. I did it again. I'm just that good, you know. Woo! Probably talking to his stream. What an early game. But what a fight by Happy, clawing back against the Lich dominance. It's just unbelievable, these fights. How long was that Fiend exchange? Did anybody track time? Both are making so few mistakes over such a long time. Amazing. About 10 minutes, right? Yeah. Started at the red spot. And then we kite into Happy's base, onto the lab, back to the red spot. Amazing Warcraft. V neck for 1-0, greater V haircut for Happy so far. Oh, we got the Zeppelin web. Okay. Probably would have fallen anyway, but yeah, getting web for that move is pretty sick. It's like 2 guys fencing for 10 minutes non-stop. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, that Dark Ranger, it was a great trait, because yeah, he lost the Dark Ranger, but I think she was low on mana anyway, and he got 4 Fiends in return. So, I guess the damage output is in favor of the Fiends in that regard. Very understandable that we need to cool down a little bit. Last Refuge next. When was the last time a player got back-to-back wins here? Because usually they trade wins, always, constantly. That was 1-0 in November/December. They won 3 in a row even. All best of 7s. Insane. But this year, nobody was able to win back-to-back. Remo went sailing instead of watching this day of Warcraft. Carson went on tour with his band instead of watching this Warcraft. Fools, I say! Fools! Not saying that Happy can't take this back, can't bring this back. Wow, the prediction was exactly 50-50. Okay, no time for more. There we go. Happy's losers map is Last Refuge. Are there adjustments? Are there lich openings? Are there Naga now? Nagi? Maybe Remo's watching this on his phone and shouting from the boat, "Wait a minute!" Love it. Amazing how 120 gets 400 APM with his knee up. Okay, we're starting with the Tet Fiend opener again. They've not had enough of these long, worn-out Fiend exchanges. I wonder if 120 keeps the 400 APM up. Not that it means anything, but I always had the suspicion that he needs to like warm up in his series a little. That would be an indicator. But I guess it's just the early spamming and it will reduce to 350, round about 350. So far, so good. 120 faster. And Happy using more mana. This is a little odd. Don't really know what causes this. Circlet and slippers for Happy, for 120. Mantle and ring again for Happy. Ah, you got the Acolyte? Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, I missed that. That's why he has a tiny bit of a lead. Yeah, creep route should be set in stone. And then we fight for the middle. If I'm not mistaken, Last Refuge was the map where 120 displayed the Naga first. So you can always bring it back. And that's usually where Happy had most problems with. Playing against the Fork Lightning. Playing against the burst damage. Where are we positioning each other now? Tier 2 around the corner. Both kinda close to the tavern. Level 3 a little faster. Wand of Illusion can be put to great use. Replenishment Potion also not bad. And they still... Wow. These adjustments, man. In the last series between them, 120 stole the merchants. Now Happy makes the adjustment to steal 120's merchant, and they both steal each other's merchant. Ooh, Happy moving back without getting the big consumable? That's really odd. Smells blood in the water though, as both are going for Lich again. Or did he sell it? Did he pick up and sell it? Or is it still up? I think we didn't see it, right? Scroll sold, pick circlet. Ah, guys, thank you so much. Alright, then it's not a big deal. And then he did some solid damage to the fiends. Next item for 1-0 though. As Happy is just picking up experience waiting for the Lich. Scroll of the Beast. Like, destroyer count is usually very, very, very low. So a Scroll of the Beast on a well-equipped Lich or on Fiends in general can go a long way. Worst case, use it for creeping. Red spot. Captain America helmet. Only really good for the Dark Ranger, I feel. Not that lucky. Ooh, 1-0. Big Merc Camp creep. It's not getting punished. Ooh, this can be huge. Mana Stone also amazing for Happy. It's all about gearing up now. Ruined Bracers? I don't hate that. Not as impactful as in other matchups, but certainly helpful. And so 1-0 still has his mercenary camp, his lab, and maybe a red spot? Diving into the base. Yeah, he wants to do as much damage as possible. Probably town portal, as he kept his town portal, and then creep the north. But now the fiend exchanges begin again. Gotta be careful about that DK, trying to get a fiend, gets a fiend, and saves his own. Town portal, okay, has to be a town portal now as he's getting surrounded. But worth it, I'd say, given that the mercenary camp is gone as well. So decision now, contest the lab, the mercenary camp, or get the red spot. Dark Ranger and red spot. Very, very good to creep with her as she has silence. And Happy's DK is not with the army. Ooh, this is big. Happy can steal it. Probably only the XP, not the item. Silence! And that's 1-0. And what's it? Okay, Hood of Cunning. And lasted for the Lich. This time, Happy's Lich ahead. Both decide to go for silence this time. No Black Arrow anymore. Time for Invo Potions. Happy sold the TP. And it feels like if Happy is not pushing now, 1-0 runs away with experience. And that's exactly why Happy is doing what Happy does now. But Invo Potion and Mana Potion on 1-0. Plus a well-equipped Lich. Happy is running out of options, I feel. And again, for some reason, replenishing a lot more HP with his statues than Happy does. Big fight for the last hits. Fiend advantage. No upgrades just yet. Here we go. And Happy can't prevent these Fiend kills. Oh, he's shaking his head. He's not believing anymore. Is it the first time in half a year that a series goes 2-0 to one of these? And maybe to 1-0. Silence. Okay, gets the kill now. Silence lasting for a long time, but the coil is ready. Happy's eye is wide open. Still fighting for the golem. Ooh. Happy vs. Lawlight was my predicted grand final. We might get it in lower bracket round 1. Again the exchanges, again the Fiend falling. Silence was nice and another Fiend dead. 1-0 is just taking it from here on out. Is he not? The supply looks gorgeous. Another Fiend falling. Happy falling apart. The concave for 1-0 is tremendous. Look, Labby, that's how it's done. Another trade. Fantastic fight by 1-0. The Lich is a behemoth. He surrounds the DK. Oh my god. This lights out. This is definitely the game. No chance if the DK is dead. GG 2-0. He does it again. Again and again. Big smile. With his knee up. The god of Undead Mirror. Nobody ever did it better, I feel. Unbelievable. Top tier 1-0. Happy has to grab deep in the shelves if he wants to win a mirror match against this guy. Happy lower bracket. Just as in the TP League Grand Final, 1-0 defeats him. Now back to back for the first time this year. The last time... okay, I lied. The last time someone won 2-0 was 1-0 in TP League in January. In a best of 5 even. And then in the finals, Happy returned the favor.